Hi there, this is the Polygon Wyckoff technical analysis session, and last week we asked the question whether Polygon is going to the moon or is it going to crash, because in the weekly and daily chart we're seeing that the accumulation cycle is getting halfway through at least, and looking at the Bollinger Band curve squeeze, a squeeze is definitely happening. It's getting to a very narrow range. If you can see, the purple color is getting to very narrow. It's almost touching the top and bottom of the candlestick now, and it's like only 60% the width of the orange channel. So if it really is squeezing for a big move, that's why we asked the question, is it going to crash? Because this is the lowest point, even lower than the 2021 price. But if it is really a bullish sign, that means the squeeze will bring it to a level to challenge at least the orange or even the yellow key levels at 57 cents or 70 cents. Might as well be the center line of this long-term playground from the white box. That's where the buying climax happened back in 2024 December. So these coming few weeks will be very exciting, because last time from the spring, I mean like the end of the accumulation cycle to the buying climax, that took only 4 weeks. So if it really takes off next week, because this week there's only 1.5 hours left for this candle, I would be very shocked if it really climbs within this 1.5 hours. So let's see if it starts climbing next week. 4 weeks from now will be mid-September. If it climbs next week and do the same trick it did last time back in November 2024, by mid-late September we will see another peak. But that doesn't mean it's going to end, because if the demand continues, it obviously can go further. But let's park this here for now, while it seems like we've got the last point of support and some backup trading activities going on, building up towards the new distribution cycle. One caveat is that I mentioned in multiple sessions in some other altcoins. If we look at these buying climaxes, one lower than another, and if I draw this nicely, if this is a straight line, let me use a line. If this is a straight line, the last climax back in late 2024 should be way up here, not down here. So that's the worrying sign or the caveat I have to bring out. Because this isn't healthy if a project is still being favored, let's put it this way. So there's a chance that is losing support from the community or investors. Just to say that maybe there are competitors like other L2s coming in, or maybe there are other reasons. So if you really want to involve into or invest in the Polygon, really go into the news around it and see whether the community is still supportive, the developers, whether they still have good population, or at least static, if not growing, best is growing, developer community, all that, and maybe investors and new business partnerships, everything counts. This peak at 0.7 or somewhere around 0.75 at the highest point, compared to the highest point back in 2024 at around $1.30, that's only like half the price. So that really worries me over there. So even if it climbs this time, hopefully it goes above this dotted or dashed line, because if it really comes up and then just stays below this dashed line, looking at the timeline here, if it really happens by end of September, there's still a chance that it gets to this white line level, which level what the buying climax we had December last year. But if not, if it takes longer and it only climbs and stay below the dashed line, meaning it's going to stay below the yellow key level, that's exactly the downtrend or diminishing return trend that I mentioned. So Polygon's supporters, I believe they don't want to see this. I'm just like voicing it out now loud to make sure that people are aware of the risk over there. I'm adjusting this because I just noticed I missed the wick over here. So if it really comes, even if it comes, okay, that's a more relaxing timeline after adjusting. So if it comes, if the buying climax comes by March next year, there's still a chance that it can touch the white line basically, without like going through the yellow. But if it goes beyond first quarter next year and it still doesn't climb, we'll have to observe whether it's like staying below this dashed line like I said. So while we have a positive expectation towards the distribution cycle, we have to be cautious about the long-term perspective of Polygon. Okay, enough macro, going to micro. Now, very busy chart in the daily. I have to expand it so we can see all the tags. So from the buying climax back in December last year, we drop to the accumulation cycle. Now we finally see a bit of light near the end of the tunnel. After two signs of strength, this may well be the backup and last point of support. There's obviously some other tests over here, but we have drawn this box, and if you're not new to this session, you know this is the upward channel box. Currently, the price is still moving along within this box, and if this continues, here we see a triangle. So let me take out this yellow, it's not relevant anymore. The triangle I'm talking about is this one. So the tip of the triangle is around Christmas this year. If it really trades sideways or within this triangle, somewhere in December, the bulls and bears have to decide, or the whales have to signal where the price is going to go. Because either it has to break outside of this upward trend and further consolidate, or it breaks above this white resistance line you see. So far the price has been suppressed under this white line, only with just one day trying to break through it. I don't know whether there's somebody or some algo bots, algo trading or bots trading, combine the two terms, that put in the wrong order, that shot the price up above the white line. Otherwise, the entire period since March till now has been trading below that. That's the bottom of the long-term playground zone. So here, if it really comes to the buying climax, it has to break first this white resistance line before it's able to come up to test the red key level. So red key level, that's 43 cents. Back to the weekly chart, that's not even close to where we talk about the white line, the center white line over there. So there are 3 levels for the price to break above before it tests this level, where I consider at least it's not a declining long-term value for Polygon. So it's a long difficult road ahead, I would say, for Polygon, and good luck for whoever are staying with Polygon, with the diamond hands, I hope you see the sunlight again from this very crazy deep accumulation that's way deeper than what happened back in 2024. I bet very little people expect this unless those that thinks Polygon's era is diminishing. So finger crossed, hope for the best for the bulls, for the bears. I already mentioned in the beginning as well as last session. The squeeze that's happening right now, both weekly and daily, we've got a little bit of relief after the climb during beginning of the month, but not much longer, because if this horizontal trading continues, let me enlarge it, I forgot to change the view. So here, if this really continues sideways, the squeeze will happen very soon, and that will be the time when a bigger price move comes. And if you're bearish, that's the game over day for Polygon. Or maybe it's not like that, not as catastrophic or apocalyptic as I described. So here there's a support line from the spring as well as the second test. So even if it really comes down, if the price really comes down, there's still first support level over here, that's the selling climax, that's a level at around 20 cents, and the spring and second test level is around 16 cents. So it's not like it's really game over, but it looks like that way because it's a crazily low price that it seems like it's not going to return to a level that we've seen before. So hopefully it doesn't happen. So enough said, both positive and negative scenario. Remember, just to recap, in the weekly time frame, the Keltner squeeze Bollinger Band is showing a squeeze is happening. So that's meaning a bigger price move will happen soon. So hopefully it's towards the upside. Thanks for joining me. See you in